NKTI postgraduate in dialysis with the aim navigating critical care in nephrology. I have been given a task to discuss with you analyzing dialysis composition. So let's start. First of all, we need to understand what is dialysis. Why we have to understand the dialysis composition. What is the importance of dialysis solution or dialysis composition while we are doing the dialysis. Okay. So if you can look into this one on my slide, I have included one slide which is called a dialysis. And as a technician or as a nurse, everybody knows what the dialysis is. So it's very simple diagram here, if you can see it here. The blood is pumped from the abscess and it enters into the dialyzer where a diffusion will take place. So here you can see the arrow. This is the blood in and this is the blood out. And here you can see a dialysis solution goes in and on the other side the dialysis solution out. When the solution is out, it is the time when all the toxins will become out and the acid base will be balanced. Here in another diagram, this is the start of dialysis. So here you can see this is the dialyzer basically. And here in the dialyzer you can see a lot of toxins. And here you can see the fluid. Okay. So when the start of the dialysis, it's a very high concentration gradient. And slowly and gradually, this high concentration gradients goes from the higher concentration goes to the lower concentration, and from at the end of the dialysis, we call equilibrium, means everything will be equal already. So here you can see this part is the fluid side, and this part is the blood side. So the blood which contains some toxins and the blood which contains electrolytes will be balanced, and that's why we call equilibrium. I would like to share with you another animations. Here you can see very simple. This is your dialyzer, contains toxins, and this is your fluid side. So this is the start of the dialysis, and this is the buffer, which is the dialysis solution. Okay, and this is the dialysis bag, and this is the concentrated solution which is passed through. And slowly and gradually, at the end of the treatment, you can see now we call an equilibrium, means whatever the toxins or whatever the fluid we need to remove and whatever the electrolytes we need to balance is already be balanced here. That's why we call equilibrium, means everything is equal already. Now let's understand, before we go for further, I would like to share with you a history of dialysis machine, so you will understand further the difference of the dialysis solution in the past and the difference of the dialysis solution at present. Everybody knows, I am pretty sure, that the first practical artificial kidney machine was developed in 1943 during the World War II. And it was the time when the army people or the civilian, they really need a dialysis because kidney failure is one of the trauma. Kidney failure is one of the accidents. Okay, so that's the time they need. So this is the first dialysis machine was developed. Okay. Here you can see I put the red triangle. Okay. What is the meaning of this red triangle? You might be surprised. This is basically a bathtub. Why the bathtub? What was the reason behind, and why we don't use bathtub anymore? Because in the past, we don't have those kind of a luxuries what we have today. Because today the machines are so advanced, they can prepare their own dialysis fluid. But in the past, when 1943 was started, they don't have this luxurious. So they have to prepare a dialysis solution in this bathtub. Just imagine they don't have those luxuries what we have today, that we have acid concentrate separate, bicarbonate separate and mixed together. But in the past, they have only one option. And the option is just to prepare the dialysis solution in the bathtub. And maybe the question is, why bathtub? The bathtub is basically, it holds 150 liters of the fluid. And one treatment, as of today and in the past, also required 150 liter of the dialysis solution. So that's why we prepare in the bathtub. And they call dialysis bath. And today, many prescriptions are still, they said dialysis bath. They don't say dialysis solution. Because in the books, it's written dialysis bath. Let's go further. Now you can see, this is the machine which was developed, and this is the patient. It's already been hooked into this kind of a machine. So it's really look very crude. But this is just the start of the history of the dialysis machine. In 1950, the first artificial kidney was developed by